Hi guys, thanks for stopping in. So, I had a discussion the other day about inheritance, and I come to understand that people can steal your inheritance. I'm not quite sure how that works. Like, can somebody literally steal your inheritance? Like, what you were supposed to get? How could they steal it? Or how would you even know you had an inheritance? So, I don't know how that works. Like, can the courts just forge people's signatures and pose as somebody else, or would somebody have to go before the court or whatever it is and pose as said person who was supposed to get the inheritance? I don't know, but I've heard that like somebody people can actually steal your inheritance. But what happens when you didn't even know you had an inheritance? You had no idea, and you're still doing better than the people who stole it, the people with the crab in the bucket mentality. And you're doing better than the criminals. Because if somebody steal it, or if they stole it, they are criminals. And if that could even happen, that means people who are with the judicial system, they would have to know that there's something fugazi going on for this inheritance to just be gone. Now, how can that happen? And like I said, imagine you find out years later that you had inheritance that you were heir to something you didn't even know about. How can that happen? And then when you find out or you hear who stole it and you look at them and they're still in a worse position. Like you came and you surpassed these people and you don't, without even intent, you just don't know what's going on and you're just doing your own thing. And you're like, oh wow, they still living there. They still, yeah, really? Can that happen? And why would somebody want to steal somebody's inheritance? It's very strange. You know, I don't even know how they go about stealing it or taking it. And like I said, if somebody can steal it and you were supposed to go before a court or a judge, so that means the attorneys, the people involved, would have to have an idea that something is fraudulent. And then imagine you don't even care about the inheritance. You're still doing better without it. So it makes no difference to you. And people might think they got a one up on you because they stole your inheritance. And you don't care about it. You don't even want it. Because certainly, whoever left you the inheritance, you'd rather have the individual than the inheritance. Yeah? Because you value the individual more than you value whatever kind of monetary thing they left or whatever possession. And think about it. You might not even care about the house or whatever it is that was left to you. But it's just the point, the principle of somebody taking what was supposed to be yours, but they felt like, I guess you weren't deserving of it. And so they took it. And their lives still aren't any good. Last you heard, they're still on the same level. You're like, wow, how could that be? Going on how many decades? Like, how many decades will it take for any adult to get their lives in order. Make it make sense. But I'm just curious about that stolen inheritance. Like, if that's even such a thing. Like, I've been robbed my inheritance. I don't know. Like I said, it doesn't even matter. It's not even something you'd go digging and looking into. Because possibly you have more than what was left in that inheritance. But if somebody could find it in their heart to give you something and even consider you, you know, even if it's a pen or a penny, it's you'd appreciate it. So it's still wrong for somebody to take what was intended to be yours. Even if it's a pen. Maybe you cherish the pen, knowing that somebody who's passed on said, you know what, give this pen to this person. And someone would decide and say you're not deserving of said pen. It's quite interesting. That somebody would steal your inheritance. And then on top of it, not knowing you'd find out. And you find out. And you move like you don't even know about it. You don't care. Because you cherish the deceased more than you cherish the inheritance that they left for you. Yeah?